I thought it was you. Nice to see you, Dixon.
It's been a while, Grandpa. 1 year, if my memory hasn't left me. Good to see you haven't kicked the bucket.
Put a sock in it.
Wait. Dixon. Dunban. You're the heroes who risked your lives a year ago in the battle to defend the colonies.
What's a pretty young lady like you doing hanging around with this bunch of slackers?
Dunban, Dixon. Thanks for helping out back there.
I don't believe we did anything.
He's right. Save your thanks for that giant bird.
What was that thing?
A Telethia. A mystical beast that protects the sleeping Bionis. Though I've never heard of one ever venturing down to where us Homs live. Strange.
A Telethia? So that's what it's called.
A mystical beast that protects the Bionis.
So, what's your plan from here? Follow that metal-faced machine, I presume?
What else? He's gonna pay for what he did to Fiora.
Well then, there's only one place he'd go. Galahad Fortress in Sword Valley. A year ago, those things were building a huge fortress, right in the valley. Tactically, it's an excellent location to launch attacks from. I feel there's a strong chance they've now finished building it. That would explain why both colonies were attacked recently.
Sword Valley. The very place where we made our last stand 1 year ago.
So it's settled. Bash down a fortress and smash some metal brains.
Easy, Ryan.
Chalk?
There's somewhere else I need to go first.
Well, what could be more important than... Wait, you saw another one.
Saw what? What are you on about? These visions sound pretty handy. Well, out with it. What do you see?
I was somewhere very high up. I was fighting at the peak of a huge tower. Fighting Metalface. I heard a voice. And then the Monado's power was unleashed. His armor instantly gave way. The Monado doesn't work on Metalface at the moment. But if that vision comes true...
A tower, huh? Doesn't give us much to go on.
Can you remember anything else from your vision?
I remember... a huge horn. That's it. As I fought Metalface, I could see the Bionis head.
Prison Island.
Prison Island?
I've never been, but I've heard of a black tower at the head of the Bionis. They say it was built by the ancient High Entia race.
The High Entia are real? I thought they were a myth.
I wouldn't blame you, son. An ancient race living at the top of the Bionis? It does sound crazy. But Bionis is home to all kinds of different people, not just us. That includes the High Entia.
The High Entia, huh? I dismiss them as folklore as well.
Never assume anything. Seeing is believing, right?
Have you ever met one?
Well, yeah.
Wow. Dixon, man, you're just full of surprises.
What can I say? I'm well-traveled. And it's all for your future. Day and night I've searched for new lands, met new cultures, and gained knowledge for our people. The life of a wandering old fool. A lonely one at that.
Stop your whining. You do it because you enjoy it. And you make a tidy profit.
Who asked you, Dunban?
Well then, Shulk, what's it to be?
We'll head there.
There are alternatives. We could abandon the colonies, find a place the Mekon will not discover and live in secret.
I realized something when we were fighting Zord. Wherever we go, they'll follow. We can't run from these things. We must fight on.
I see. Then I am obliged to join you.
You want to come with us?
Scared I'll get hurt?
No way. We know you're stronger than anything. Right, Ryan?
You bet.
I've recovered a great deal since we last met. And that miserly old coot over there made me this. Sharp, light, perfect for cutting through steel. Show me a Mekon and I'll slice it in two. I might not be in peak condition, but I'm useful.
I can't thank you enough.
We're in it together now.
You can count on us, Dunban.
Miserly old coot. That sword is forged from Mechon armor. It's worth every penny.
So you keep saying.
If you want to go to the Bionis head, you'll need a guide to get to the upper regions.
We're at the bottom, so I guess the only way to go is up.
Right, but we'll need to go up the lower back first.
The lower back?
Colony 6 is right at the top of the Bionis leg, so we'll have to head around the waist. Through a place called Sartall Marsh. Follow me.
Hey together, and the Black Dragon's back, and I welcome all of you to another part of Xenoblade Chronicles. So, in the last episode we had a big fight against Sword 2 times, but not only that, Metalface also wanted to join in, and we got saved by the old Coot and Dunban, and he's now in a party, and that's gonna stay that way, but not the way it's looking like right now, because I want Dunban to be in first place so that I can play as him for a little while to show him off. But one thing as well before we start off jumping up, I promised that once we are done with Colony 9, that we are gonna go back to with the story arc of Colony 6, and we're gonna go back to Colony 9, twisted their little thing, and go and make some gems, because we have lots of ether crystals, and I think it's now time that we do something with them finally. Also, I can show off the 2 new characters, because I didn't show them off at the very beginning. And he's telling us about something. He's telling us about a portable thing, but that's not important for us as of now. So, what do we... Oh god, it has to explain to me everything again. I know how that works, we went through it already. So we have gems with level 2 now, crystals with level 2, and we have a level 1 crystals. I'm gonna take a look through all of them and decide which ones we are going to make, but I think I'm gonna take a look through the level 2 ones first, because they seem to be quite handy. So I'm gonna search out some good, very nice gem there, and then I'm gonna come back to you and show you our new characters. So we're gonna make an agility up crystal. Why? Because I want to. So I'm gonna go with Shulk here for a second, because we already know what Shulk looks like. He's average in strong and medium flame, but good in gentle flame. So we have Ryan, who's strong at the... He's great at the strong flame, but poor in everything else. Shala is good at the medium flame and average at the gentle flame. As you remember, the green flames make it so that we can get more than multiple cylinders out of the ether furnace. The strong flames are good to only boost one specific gem, which we are gonna wanna do if we wanna have the agility up even stronger. And the medium flames are good to boost 2 crystals at once. And then we have here's Dumbam, who is good at the strong flame, poor at the medium flame, and average at the gentle flame. So for us right now, Shulk seems to be the best one. Also, their relationship is the best, so we have the biggest results out of it. So I'm gonna do this repeatedly and get some good gems and equip my team with them. So see you guys after the gem crafting. And I am back to where we were before. I made some nice gems. Dunban cannot yet equip gems because he doesn't have anything to equip them with. But before we actually gonna move on, because Dunban is new to our party, that means he has some skills, some talents, and he has lots of points, and we haven't given him something yet. So those are his things. Blinding Blossom, he draws all the aggro from any party member to him. And since Dunban is kind of a glass cannon, you need something to counteract this. But it's really good if you want to get rid of the aggro from someone else, like let's say Shala or Shulk, because both of them are not really the ones that can take lots of hit. But that's really good for that. Then we have Spirit Breath that removes debuffs from him and grants him haste, so really good to have that. I personally say don't get rid of that, because debuffs like bleed or something can really mess you up, and this is gonna help you, especially if Shala's not in your team. Steel Strike just topples an enemy. Battle Eye fixes you to one enemy, but gives you an aura burst. And you have a double attack rate, so that's also nice to have. We have Worldly Slash, what is a combo attack with Gale Slash. So gonna keep both of them So I'm gonna keep both of them in his skill repertoire at the moment. Then we have Peerless, which also is aura that grants him strength up and draws aggro. Also really nice to have. Then here I have Electric Gutbuster, what is a break ability. So Dunban by himself can inflict break and topple. That is good to know and very important. If you need to topple an enemy, Dunban by himself can do the job. And one ability, one art that I love with him is Gale Slash, because it inflicts bleed. And this is one great thing. And I actually love Gale Slash, so I'm gonna level it up. So now that I've shown him, I'm gonna organize that as well. And then we're gonna finally move on after I showed you the skill sets. So now that we've done this, let's take a quick look into his skills. So we have Bravery, which is boosting his counter attack rate, which is nice to have. Then we have Wisdom, which improves his agility. And we have Prudence, which increases his block rate. So as you can see, Dunman is all about blocking, countering and dodging attacks. And this is very important for him. Since he's not gonna get much of HP, you wanna make him as fast as possible. So I'm gonna go with agility here first. I'm pretty sure we cannot link anything really that important with him yet. Boost physical defense, let's give him that because it can be important. That's not so important, and you also don't have anything that important. So yeah, cannot do much, and the others also cannot do much since he only has that. But yeah, now that we're finally done, let's finally start moving forward into the next area. I know there's not gonna be so much progress in this episode, but there was at least enough organization and showing off a new character a little bit. I'm gonna show him off a little bit at least once we reach our destination to make it worthwhile. We're not gonna attack the Nebula because I don't like the Nebula. But let's get moving forward because our next destination is just beyond that reach. I wish I could show you more of the area from here, but it's so dark, all I can show you is the ocean down beneath us. And especially there is nothing else really important to see for us here, so... But we can at least move in on this area while it's looking the prettiest. Because we are gonna go to this beautiful purple, bluish and pinkish mist. It's even called the Misty Path. So let's see what's awaiting us. The Kelsha wetland, and it looks beautiful. This is what Satol Marsh looks at night. So welcome.
I've never seen anywhere like this.
You see? This is why I've been saying you need to get out of the lab every now and then. We're aiming to get inside the Bionis. We can get to the upper regions from there.
Wow. I've never thought about going inside the Bionis.
The closer we get to the top, the more monster trouble we're gonna run into. The only things that venture this far in are the Nopon merchants and curious types like me.
You really know all the fun spots, eh, Dixon?
You want to get to the top? Then this is the only way.
We'll push on, no matter what.
That's the spirit, Shulk.
There's one thing that I don't understand. Not many people venture out to here. Even though it's right outside of Colony 6. I don't get it, but hey, game logic. Also, I wanna look at something really quick, because we have quests from the refugee camp. And as you can see, we still have them. If you want to do them, you are well off doing them now, before you move any further in Xenoblade Marsh. Because once you move too far in Xenoblade Marsh, you won't be able to do them anymore. So take care of them if you want to take care of them. So we have here an acid Oompa, but that's actually really not important for us what enemy it is. It's just important that we can go in and show off what Dunban can do. Because we can punch an enemy. Oh, they appear to be top resistant. That is... oh, after... yeah, I have to do this first, then use that now. Okay. Seems like I got thrown down there and nothing worked like I wanted it, but yeah. As you can see, Dunban dealt a lot of damage, and this is the good thing with Dunban, he deals lots of damage. Also, here are some nebulas everywhere at night, and I think also during the day. So you're actually really good off not having Shala here at the moment, because there will be some that come by you and just want to tear you apart. Let's deal with this one, because I have to use Gale Slash and then that. And hit is also resistant. Well, that's a bit disappointing there, that nothing did work like I wanted it. So apparently a lot of enemies in Xenoblade Marsh are resistant to topple. What is very strange. But yeah, I thought until the nights came on, this is what Xenoblade Marsh looks during the day. Not as mystical anymore, and we have visions. Visions about things that we are not gonna do. I say it every time we have some, but we won't care about those things. We're gonna take a look forward to the next flag point. Okay. As I was saying, we're gonna go forward to the next area, and then I'm gonna stop this video for today. So after dealing with some of the enemies that are right in my way, let's move forward into Xenoblade Marsh. But yeah, Xenoblade Marsh is probably one of the fan favorites of the series. So many people like it, and I hate you. I hate you so much. So in this area you also have to look out for enemies that are hidden, I use the term loosely, in the treetops, because they are vision based and they're gonna attack you.
Everyone, look. It's a group of Nopon.
Ah, some Nopon merchants.
What do you think they're up to?
They must be here for a reason. Let's go and ask them.
Good idea.
Well then, they are Nopon, and there's a nice bridge leading up to them. But why would we go through a bridge when we can just wade through that and reach another landmark? And they seem to have lots of quests for us, which we're gonna take on. Maybe. We're at least gonna take them in the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we didn't do much progress, but better some story progress than no progress at all, I'd say. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment down below. I really would appreciate that. And hope to see all of you to the next part of Xenoblade Chronicles. So, bye! Bye!